Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that. And also, if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it isn't much of an issue for you. Also, apologies today if you can hear lots of banging. That's because there's maintenance work going on around the house. This is yet another Eurovision 2024 related video here on my channel, and another sort of reaction video as well, because right now I'm about to listen for the first time to snippets of all of the songs in contention for Ukraine with regards to the upcoming edition of the ESC, which will take place in Malmö, Sweden this May. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on whatever I discuss today by leaving a comment, and as always there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. So, Ukraine, arguably the strongest country in Eurovision. Every year in the national final, every song that we get from Ukraine at Eurovision, it just sounds so unlike any other track from any other country. It's standalone. There isn't really any competition necessarily in terms of sound or aesthetic or anything like that. I mean, I think back to Shum. There was nothing else like that really in any other national final or any other country's internal selection. It was a complete standalone thing, and it really stood out for its originality, and I think that's the key word here when we talk about Ukraine at Eurovision. Originality. Sweden might get lots of good results every year, but you could say there's not much diversity there. Italy, you could argue the same thing, but with Ukraine, you know that you're going to get something pretty darn unique year after year. It's very rare we get something that feels quite ordinary from this country. They debuted in 2003, they've won 3 times in that time. We've had Ruslana, fantastic, Jamala, and we've also had Kalush Orchestra with Stefania in Turin, the biggest Eurovision win we've had thus far. Now, Vidbir will take place on February the 3rd this time around. I'm not going to go into the details too much about how the songs were selected, but there were plenty of rounds behind the scenes, and we had the wildcard vote, which was won on December the 21st by Anka with Balala 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 Woohoo! And that won with 80,944 votes, no less. So that song's been in existence for some time, we've all heard it, I'm sure. But the other songs, which we've known about, were only released today, and I have got Missia Eurovision recaps, Vidbir 2024 Ukraine recap video ready to go. What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching, but that's the way it usually is, and chances are you've watched this video by now anyway. The lineup, just for the record, includes a few interesting names. We have Teresa and Maria by Aliona and Jerry Hale. She's been involved before a couple of times. She had a song called Vegan initially. We have Palala 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 by Anka, Endless Chain by Drevo, Keeper by Ingret, Dreamer by Melovin. The 2018 representative in Lisbon didn't do well with the juries. The public liked him a lot more. Glass by Nahaba, Slavic English by Nazva, Time is Running Out by Skyler, Tsunamia by Yagodi, La 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 by Yaktak, and Place I Call Home by Zifferblatt. And we also have the running order for the final as well, which will be opened by Yaktak and closed by Nahaba, and there will be a jury vote and public vote to determine the winner. And as I said earlier, Ukraine are arguably the strongest country in the ESC. They could send anything and probably finish in the top 10. And that must be a wonderful feeling for this country. If you're a Ukrainian, you must feel pretty good about your country's chances every year. That originality is appreciated by Eurovision fans. This sound, this aesthetic, all of that stuff, they just know what they're doing when they stand on that Eurovision stage. We've had some fantastic artists, Verka Serduchka as well, we can't forget, Annie Lorak, Tina Karol, we've had Maria Yaremchuk, Alyosha, you know, all of these musicians getting great results. And will 2024 continue that impressive streak? This is a country that has never not qualified for the final, and the semi-finals were introduced 20 years ago this year. That's really, really impressive. Anyway, let's crack on with this video then. If there's any lag, like I said, apologies. Here we go. And I'm going to make a note of the songs every time that thing falls over, doesn't it? I'm going to make a note of the songs that stand out the most to me. I mean, I am expecting a couple of tracks here to really be quite impressive, and I'm sure Eurovision fans right now as I speak are probably gushing over some of these tunes, because it's Ukraine. Eurovision fans adore this country when it comes to the contest. Anyway, here we go. Let's make a note of the songs that are the bee's knees. Here we go. Yaktak. La, 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 la. I'm already caught up in it. Da, 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 da. Okay. First things first, with a name like Yaktak, he deserves to do well. This seems as though it's going to be quite repetitive. It seems like a bit of a tired refrain. It's got a bit of a moody beat to it. La, 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 la. And so on until the end of time. Okay, fair enough, not bad. Next up is Keeper by Ingrid. Oh. This is like a spooky, very dark sounding. Sounds like the sort of thing they'd play in a church. I don't know why I'm getting that vibe. Ooh, that sounds very spooky, I guess. I'm sure they'll be better, though. We are mothers. We are brides. Oh, yes. Slavic English. More la-la-las here. Quite jaunty. Come on, get up and have a dance. Slavic English is going down. Nazva. Seems like it could be a barrel of laughs. We move on. Ho-ho! Balala, balala, balala. It's on the list. That could do quite well at Eurovision, that song, and it came through the wildcard vote. Endless Chain. Drives me insane. Okay. It's a grunge type effort, I guess. Slightly bluesy. Nah, not bad. Teresa and Maria, then. Quite like the slight echoey sound here. All the divas were born as human beings. Yes. Seems to be meandering along, this sort of song. I wonder if there's an explosive moment in it. We'll add Jerry and Aliona to the list, because why not? Next is Melvin with Dreamer. Ooh. Da, 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 da. Yes, again, you know where this is going. Yeah. It's like he's getting ready for a rave. His song in 2018 was better. Time is running out. Seems very low key. Oh, maybe picking up a little bit at the end of that snippet there. Nah. Then we have Place I Call Home. Okay, fairly relaxing. Soft rock. Not bad. Tsunamia. Ooh. Quite traditional, that is. Who was that by? It was by Yagodi. That is the sort of thing that Ukrainians will eat up, I feel. That could be a serious contender. Next up is Nahaba. Bit of an electro bop. Seems a bit otherworldly, actually. So there we go. My thoughts, and maybe you disagree with me here, I wouldn't be surprised. But Not terribly strong based on those snippets. I would say Jagodi with Tsunamia is a very serious contender here. I'd be surprised if not. Teresa and Maria, that's probably going to be our winner though. Anchor, the wildcard choice. I think that's a splendid effort here. And also Nazva with Slavic English, which I have a feeling will stand no chance whatsoever. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Melovin, Yaktak, Jerry, Yaktak, 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 Yaktak. What was Yaktak? Oh yeah, really? Really? That seemed a bit too repetitive for me, but these comments, which could well be from Ukrainians, they love a bit of Yaktak. Really? Really? Ukraine is being serious. Skylar. Jagodi. Nahaba is the best. Jagodi, wow. A mixed bag of opinions. Here, it must be said. Well, it seems as though Yaktak seems like the most popular, which is quite interesting because I'm not sure that's the strongest song at all. I've mentioned the 4 that I enjoyed in those snippets. I will listen to the songs in full in my own time. Feel free to let me know what you think about this Vidbir lineup. And like I said earlier, it doesn't matter what Ukraine send. They're in the top 10 in Malmö. Almost guaranteed, locked in, ready to go. 200 points. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Until next time then, take care of yourselves. Apologies if there was any lag. And hopefully I'll see you again soon in my next video. And also, I am using the community tab on my channel now a little bit, so do keep an eye on that if you're at all interested. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.